Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, guys, today we're going to be reviewing Spider Man 2099 Exodus Alpha. And this is my favorite character. I definitely do like the front cover. I've actually been using it since they released it as a screensaver on my phone. So, I don't know. I've been pretty excited for this for a while. So, you guys will get a pretty honest review from me, at least, you know, possibly tainted by some fanboyism. I'm not gonna lie, it's my favorite character. What do you guys want from me? as always, as always, we're trying to hit 200 subscribers, and when we do, we're gonna be giving away this book. It's the Joker #1, and it's the Mark Brooks variant cover, and I just think it's really cool. You got the Joker driving his car, looking all crazy with Punchline behind him. And not only if you win are you going to win the book, but you're also going to get a cbcs sticker, which is the Comic Book Community Awards, and it's kind of like the Oscars for comic books. And you guys should check it out. The voting is on now, and you can vote for your favorite comic book YouTube personalities. All right, let's get right on into the review for Spider-Man Exodus Alpha #1. Now there. Oh yeah, how do you get into the contest? You just gotta like, comment on the video, and be subscribed to the channel. And when we hit 200 subscribers, we'll randomly pick one of the videos where I promoted this contest, and we'll give the book away. Now, as always, there's a couple things we do want to do before we get into the book. First off, I do want to let you guys know we're going to be going heavy into spoilers. So, if you don't want to be spoiled for Spider Man Exodus 2099 Alpha number, whatever, no number, I guess, Alpha, then yeah, that is your warning. And the second thing that we always cover is we got to shout out the creative team because without them, we wouldn't have a comic book. All right. So, first off, we have the writer is Steve Orlando. The artist is Paul Fry. The colorist is Niraj Manan. And the lettering is done by VC's Joe Cardamagna. And we start off here, and we're in Nuevo York, the light welding district. And there's a kid, and he's kind of asking his dad, can we go here before we get home? And he's like, sure. And then his arm gets cut off, and his daughter's screaming, and some goons come up, and uh, then instantaneously the police arrive, and the guy is webbed by Spider-Man. And, and he goes, Spider-Man, you can't do this. And Spider-Man says, first rule of Nuevo York, Bruto. Never infringe upon people's sacred right to miserably commute in peace. He says, who cares? You can't touch me. I'm Cabal. And he says, not yet. You're just a sociopath in training. That's a pledge stamp on your card. Tonight was a test. They'd be here if you passed. And so he steals the pledge card and lets the guy fall pretty far, kind of webs him again before he hits the ground, braces his landing so he doesn't get hurt, then snips it once he's safely 3 feet above the ground and the guy falls 3 feet. At the same time, people have taken pictures of this with their phones, or you know what I'm saying, like video of it, and they're posting it to social media. um, and so then we get some Miguel is web slinging through the city, and he's talking with Lila, his personal assistant, and it's kind of like if you ever seen Iron Man, and he has his personal computer assistant. Miguel has a personal computer assistant named Lila. Okay, and she says, so the Cabal's the world's only real superpower. a cartel above nations, above laws, and we're just leaving their recruits webbed up in the street? Miguel says, now you speak up. Stay incognito, Lila, and don't sweat Bruto. Pics of him will be on the murmur net in seconds. Cabal's revoked cards for less. Bruto's blood's in the water. He'll be breakfast for the courts. And you see him web slinging through the city, and he tells Lila that they're basically going to be taking care of the Cabal, and she needn't worry. And they kind of have a little back and forth. That they're always a little comedic with each other, and but he tells her, but they can't stop Nueva York, referring to they might have killed the Avengers, but they can't stop everybody, is basically what he's saying. And we get Miguel jumping through the city right there, looking super cool. And then he sees what Bruto had told him about, right? He kind of told him where they were, or at least the information he got from the microchip. And so he shows up at this location. He gets inside the place, and as soon as he breaks in, it's the alarms kind of go off, and they're like, alert, alert, alert. And Miguel says, alarms, got it. And the computer says, begin data sterilization. And Lila says, power drains concentrated at. And the computer that he broke from the place he broke into says, molecular compression in 13. And he says, the station center already there. This isn't just a comm station, it's a trap. 12. Good thing I stole Bruto's key. Lila says, DNA recognized. Welcome. Pledge Bruto Olafson. 11. Miguel says, now before we're crushed to paste, Lila. 10. Miguel says, let's see what the Cabal does up here besides test pledges. 9. Lila says, looks like deep scanning. A magnokinetic array. 8. Lila says, and a stellar mass on a custom collision course with the Earth, the Ontario expanse. 7. Impact in. 6. Miguel says, 6 seconds. Same as this station. This place was going to implode with Bruto inside. His inflation was just a cruel joke. But dropping a space rock onto what's left of America? Irradiated heartlands? 5. For them, that's strange and new. Why this asteroid, Lila? There are thousands. Wait, you reading this? 3. They've got more stations. They're scanning the whole planet. 2. Or trying. I'm seeing dead zones. Lila says, and one last batch of heavily encrypted files. Miguel says, better take them to go. And he grabs this pyramid-shaped blue object that they have in the computer console and takes off with it. Says 1, and she says that. Lila says, that's it. It's so quiet. And Miguel says, shock me for not wanting to be folded into non-existence. But if you want noise, keep an ear to the wastes. And there's just a giant explosion. And wait for the impact. And Lila says, boom, 400 miles northwest. And then the news people cut in, and they say, like he's watching the news as he's swinging past on a giant paneling in Nueva York. And they say, breaking on the Hot 60, your news every 60 seconds. We're live over the Ontario expanse, where an explosion has rocked what was once a mega lake. Watching debris stretching from Traverse to Nueva York, memesters have dubbed it the Ontario impact. Leaders and corporations race to pass blame, with Opalon Vetiver, CEO of Green Globe Partners, accusing Alchemax of red gone wrong. citing the crash's immediate mutagenic effects on the terrain, the latest in a line of wild claims leveled by the activist fund. Miguel says, 2 minutes and we're pointing fingers, Lila? Go public. The corporate power plays are all smoke, and presidents can flex, but none of them would cross the cabal. Lila says, which makes you think taking on its founder is a good idea? Miguel says, someone's got to. What the cabal did was so big, people couldn't handle it. They butchered the Avengers as the world watched. Since then, it's been in a state of perpetual shock. So now, when they choke us, use us, or mutate our land with some cosmic rock, people would rather just ignore it and hope they're not next. Miguel says, but I've been next. We're only swinging because Alchemex used me like a lab rat. I wouldn't be their tool, and I won't tolerate the cabal. I can't. Hopefully, I'm not alone in that. And Lila says, you make some friends when I was offline? And Miguel says, map and match it, Lila. Lila says, the dead zone from the cabal's comm stations? Miguel says, must have passed by this place 100 times, and all I saw was another eyesore. But somehow, the cabal's scanners couldn't see it. Lila says, hey, if they can't scan here, then Miguel says, bone induction's still recording, Lila. I'll catch you up on the other side. There's a whole neighborhood under this spire hidden from the cabal. Anyone who could do that could decrypt the cabal's files. I hope. And then you hear Ghost Rider 2099 from inside saying, Spider, get inside. Miguel says, of course. You would be the one haunting a dead zone. Ghost Rider. And Ghost Rider says, you shouldn't be here. We get Ghost Rider showing up. And so, kind of, basically, they talk for a little bit about what's going on. Miguel explains the situation, that he knows the Cabal is the one that's caused this giant explosion. Ghost Rider's basically like, all right, I'm in. And he hands him the pyramid thing that he stole to decrypt it, and Ghost Rider touches it and starts trying to decrypt it, and he says to decrypt it you need to defeat it. And this giant creature comes out, and basically like it's the encryption on the device. They have to fight this creature, and so they spend some time here kind of fighting this big giant green guy, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of like they're in Tron or something. They all have like these super, you saw, it's cool. And then so they end up beating the decryption guy, and opening up, he's checking through the stuff, and he's like, let's see what's so special about their rock, even if it's even a rock at all. And what it is it's Jovion the Enactor, a celestial, some kind of space god with a chest-sized wound and a bullet inside. That station had magnokinetics. They pulled it here to collect the body, like a cosmic whale fall. The crater's sprouting up like a weird Eden, but they haven't harvested it yet, says Miguel. And you can see here, it's like a giant there we go. It's like a giant mid 1980s what do you call it, like a space god, like a Galactus kind of guy, and he consumes planets and stuff. It's cool. All right. And he's like, Miguel says, no, too soon. I was just getting what I need. And Ghost Rider says, sorry to pull you. Thought the gunfire might be of interest. Take a look. I'll slow down the feed for the terrestrial brain. Miguel says, no need. I've been reading number speak since I was a kid. And Ghost Rider says, this is retaliation, O'Hara. They followed you. They know we found their new god garden, and these aren't acrophobic pledges. It's a Cabal killcraft, piloted by Cabal shock troops in person. Should I thank you? And Miguel says, Zero. I'm sorry, but we can't let them get what's growing in the crater. The power there, each new element could be the next penicillin or the next fusion bomb. Ghost Rider says, No argument, just watch your head, Spider Man, and clear the ghost spire and protect my people. And so Spider Man jumps out of the hidden tower that they're living in and proceeds to start fighting, but it doesn't end up working out. They end up finding out like once they're that close, and once they basically found his hiding spot, and they destroy the whole thing. And Ghost Rider comes out, and he is not happy that his base where he was hiding all these, he's like protecting all these people that would be killed by the Cabal. And so he is not happy, and he comes out, and yeah, they proceed to turn the tables on the bad guys. And bad guy decides he's gonna bite a what Spider-Man calls a death tooth cellular cyanide instant plasma reversion. So he bites his molar and he turns to blue jello. Good times. And so, but Spider-Man says, but there'll be more. I'm sorry, you can't stay here. Spider-Man says to all these homeless people now, these indigents and the people that were being hunted, that Ghost Rider was taking care of. And so they asked if he could take them to Traverse City Spire alive, and Spider-Man says that that's not going to be easy, but I definitely I will. I'll get you there, and I promise I'm going to shut down the Cabal for good. And so then he starts talking with Lila for a while, and she's been kind of going through all the computer files and everything, trying to figure stuff out. And she's actually figured out who the Cabal's founder is. And she says, Miguel, I'm sorry I couldn't be there during the quest decryption. I've been reviewing the backups and cross referencing with historical logs. If I'd been there, maybe I could have seen it. And Miguel says, Who posted the bounty, Lila? Who's the founder? Lila says, He's shown himself, just like Manfredi said. But he was already taunting us. With the pledges, with the encryption. It wasn't a troll you fought in there, Miguel. It was a green goblin. And on the last paneling, the teaser for the next issue, we get the green goblin with his suits kind of behind him there. And he's coming out of the green, like, pool that he was taking a bath in, whatever. I don't know if that gives him his power. Says next, blood in the snow at the hands of the Winter Soldier. And it even kind of gives us a teaser for the next episode. I won't read that. You guys can check that out. Yeah, no, I definitely like the issue. I actually I enjoy Orlando. I've been reading X Force, and I think it was Marauders maybe that he was on for a while. But I like Orlando, and two, he did an interview about this whole crossover that he's writing, and he said that his jam when he was a kid was X-Men 2099, and that was one of his favorite comics, and he's really excited because he also liked Spider-Man 2099. And so he's really excited, and he wants to bring in X-Men 2099 characters into this. And so, like, yeah, I mean, I'm on board for what I saw, what Orlando is saying, like where he wants to go with this story. He seems like he's starting off in a good place. And the artwork is it's pretty good. Like the the backgrounds are really good. The guy's an amazing background. It's honestly a lot like um, who they had doing the original run, which would be Leonardi and Williamson, Rick Leonardi and Al Williamson, and just uh, amazing backgrounds. Like their cityscapes were like the best cityscapes, and this guy's real similar, but maybe not the most well defined like intricate character work. So and that was the same. You know what I'm saying? And so it fit what I'm kind of used to, and it's tough to find somebody that can draw all those like Blade Runner kind of um, maybe futuristic anime. Yeah, it's rough to find people that can do those kinds of backgrounds. So yeah, no, I thought he did a pretty good job. And like I said, I've been using the front cover done by Fry um, on my phone. So I do like his art. Just you know, maybe I was expecting. I really wanted to. Yeah, but I definitely am on board. Um, I liked what was going on with the story too, and I guess like this is my personal opinion on it. I feel like Spider-Man 2099 being my favorite character. I'm definitely glad that we had some time in this issue to just kind of hang out with Miguel and Lila, who's one of his main supporting cast, and that really, you know what I'm saying, not just have like if you not just all of a sudden there's cameos and all kinds of people come in right away. No, they gave it. I feel like Orlando gave it a little bit of room to breathe, and we only brought the Ghost Rider 2099 in towards the end, and then at the last on the splash page, you kind of got a reveal of who the big main villain of the series is gonna be. And I mean, it's Green Goblin 2099. Like that's cool. That's a really good bad guy main villain for this mini to take. And I mean, I'm also I said this to one of my other friends. I kind of hope this sells well and does well. Also, because maybe if it sells enough, then Marvel might decide to greenlight a, a third a third volume for him and stuff. Because he's gonna be in a movie coming up soon, so I'm hoping that maybe people will buy it and maybe they'll greenlight a third volume, and that would be really cool. And I love Peter David and everything, but let's give someone else an opportunity to you know what I'm saying, to write his mainline title. It's only been written by Peter David, and I love Peter David, but there was a lot of upcoming talented writers that could definitely take a stab at this character, I think. Anyways, I don't want this to run on too long. It's my favorite character. You guys know that. I love the book. I give it a thumbs up. Um, it could have been a little bit better, but um, I did like it. Like I was enjoying it. So that's all that kind of matters in the end. And yeah, if you guys like this kind of content, you stuck around this long in the video, remember like, comment, and be subscribed to the channel, and that'll enter you to win the Joker #1 Mark Brooks variant along with the cbca sticker. And if you guys want to help me out or anything, click the link below and shop on my eBay store, and I'll send you some comic books. All right, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Free comic book day. I hope you guys are excited as I am. I'm super excited. We'll see you guys then. And hey, have a great night, stay safe, and always read your comic books.